Good afternoon, everyone. The reason why I decided to take out the camera is because it is rather a special time. We are entering the portals of the last day of the year. And the last day of the year, Reb Elia says, B'Shem HaMekubalim, Reb Elia says, B'Shem HaMekubalim, that the last day of the year, one can better the entire year. So everything should be done with extra thought. Everything goes according to the finale. You know, the Welt asked the Kasha that when we say Baruch Aleinu, and we say Uvarech Shnoseinu Kashanim Atoivos, what are we supposed to have in mind? In the moments, the year's over. And yet we're saying Baruch Aleinu and Mincha, Uvarech Shnoseinu Kashanim Atoivos. Of course, the simple answer is that we're asking Hashem that the last minutes of the year should be good. Things could turn around in a minute. But if you remember, I told you, which I think is really a true pshat, that the din is until the next morning. So that when you say Avarch Naseinu Kashana Matayvis, you're also having in mind for Rosh Hashanah night, and all of the simonim, and all of the tefillas, and all of the blessings is included in that Avarch Naseinu till the din the next morning. There is a minig to fast a half a day tomorrow. It's supposed to be a very, very big and chashuv a fast. So if you can, it's a good idea to fast a half a day tomorrow. We'll have slichas here at 7. Tonight is a great opportunity in the shul. We'll be learning 2 blat tonight in Kedushin to get ahead, so that we will only have to learn Matzah Yom Tov 2 blat. So we're going to learn 2 blat tonight, the Geshmaka Gemara, Kibbutz Ein Gemara, and Kavod Torah Gemara. So it's very Geshmaka Gemara, so you could join us. There's an Indian tomorrow to give tzedakah. It's a big day of tzedakah. It goes without saying that smart people don't wait to ask Megilla for Yom Kippur. That's already an appeal. Who waits for the appeal if they can get in before the din? So if there's somebody they have to ask Megilla for, tomorrow is a very good day to ask people for Megilla. It's also a good idea to be Meichel people, because we make a deal with the Rebbeinu Shalom. Let's make a deal. You know, I'm Meichel somebody even though they might not deserve it, and even though they might repeat their offense. Be Meichel me even though I don't deserve it, and even though I might do it again. That's what we say. Chanon hamar b'lislayach. He forgives us multiple times, even though we say we're not going to do it again, and we do it again, and we do it again, and we do it again. It's Chanan Amar B'Lisleach. Today's Shir Baruch Shechianu V'Kimanu V'Gyanu L'Azman Hazeh Baruch Hashem. Right before Yom Adin, we're starting a new Masechta, sponsored by the Fisher family once again. Lili Nishmas Basi Bas Robert, Shlomo Ben Avram Alevi, Perel Bas Ruvain, the Neshama should have an Aliyah. Also Lili Nishmas Chaim Zanvil Ben Moshe. L'Rufur Shalem Ephrael Yom Moshe Mechai Yisrael, for the schus of Avram Ben Yom Benish Ben Malki Yehudis and family, by Yo Klugman and family, for Ksiv Chsima Toiva. L'Rufur Shalem for my Shver Avigdor Ben Rivka and Meir Ben Chaya Sarah. We'll learn tonight, especially by the Forsheimer family, Lili Nishmas Machla Bas Yitzchak. A neshama should have a lichtige Gan Eden. She should be a Melitzis Yosher, Melitzah Yeshara, for the family, for all of us and all of Klal Yisrael. Megillah, the Megillah says that it's read on the 14th of Adar, and in walled cities from the days of Yomis Yeshua ben Nun on the 15th. However, there was a special dispensation. The Kfarim, the small villages, would provide food for the cities, and therefore they didn't usually have somebody to lane for them, so they would have to travel in to the big cities in order to hear laning. And since they would travel in on Monday and Thursdays for the Bezdin, because Ezra was masakin that the Bezdin met on Monday and Thursday, and also they would travel in for Kriyas HaTorah, so they gave an allowance that they could lane the Megillah on the Yom HaKnisa. So that they, even though Purim is on the 14th, they could go and hear the Megillah on the day that they went in anyway. So therefore, sometimes the Megillah was read for them on the 13th, sometimes on the 12th, and the earliest on the 11th. Never later, because the Megillah says, Lo Yavor Ksiv. So let's see, Megillah Nikras, there are times that the Megillah is read by Achad Asar on the 11th of Adar, B'Shnayim Asar on the 12th of Adar, B'Shloisha Asar, the 13th of Adar, B'Arba Asar, the 14th, B'Chamisha Asar, and the 15th. Loi Pachas, never less than that, V'lo Yoser, and never more than that. The Mishnah begins to explain. Krachim Amud Kafin Chaimim Yemais Yeshua ben Nun, walled cities that had walls from the time of Yeshua ben Nun, Karen B'Chamisha Asar. They lane on the 15th of Adar, that's what's known as Shushan Purim. Kfarim Va'ayoris Gedailus, villages and big cities that are not walled, Karen Ba'arba Asar, laned on the 14th. However, we have a special dispensation, Elashak Kfarim, the villages Makdimin Liyom HaKnisa, were allowed to go back to the closest Monday or Thursday. Now, the next Mishnah explains how this works. Ketzad, Chaliyas Yom Arba Asar Basheni, if the 14th of Adar falls out on Monday, so Monday, that's perfect for the villages. It's a Yom HaKnisa. So Kvarim Vayoris Gedailus Karim Bayayim, villages and big cities that are not walled, laying on the 14th, and Mukavas Chaim is Lamacher, and the walled cities from Yeshua ben Nun on the 15th. That's simple. Chaliyos Bashlishi Oibaravi. If Purim falls out on Tuesday or on Wednesday, so Kvarim Makdimin Liyom HaKnisa, the villages go back to Monday, so that would either be the 13th or the 12th. If it was Tuesday, it's the 13th. If it was Wednesday, it's the 12th. Vayoris Gedailus Karim Bayayim on the day, Umakavas Chaima and walled city Lamacha the next day. Chaliyos B'Chamishi on Thursday, which again is a Yom HaKnisa. So Kvarim Vayoris Gedailus Karim Bayayim, villages and big cities laying on that day, on Thursday, on the 14th, and the walled cities the next day, on Friday. Chaliyos Erev Shabbos. So Erev Shabbos, you don't have the option for the walled cities to lane on Shabbos. We don't lane the Megillah on Shabbos. So therefore, Chaliyos Erev Shabbos, Kvarim Makdim Liyom HaKnisa. The villages go back to Thursday. Vayoris Gedailus and Mekavas Chaim Karim Bayayim. And both the big cities and the walled cities lane on Friday. They can't lane on Shabbos, and you can't go to Sunday because that's already the 16th. V'lo Yavor Ksiv. Chaliyos b'Shabbos. What happens if Purim falls out on Shabbos? So if Purim falls out on Shabbos, here we say that even the big cities that are not walled go back to Thursday, so that they shouldn't be the same day as the walled cities where there's an option. So Chaliyos b'Shabbos, Kvarim Vayoris Gedailus, the villages and the cities, Makdim and the currently Yom HaKnisa, they go to Thursday. Excuse me, I mixed that. Chaliyos b'Shabbos, if it falls out on Shabbos, so Kvarim Vayoris Gedailus, Makdim currently Yom HaKnisa, the villages and the big cities, they go back, since they're going back anyway, so even the big cities go back on Thursday. and the walled cities, like always, on the next day, on the 15th, on Sunday. Chaliyos achar Shabbos, if it falls out on Sunday, so on Sunday, kfarim makdim liyom haknisa, they go back to Thursday. Vayoros gedailas, and the regular cities karim b'yom on Sunday, u'mekavas chaim l'macher, and the walled cities do it the next day. So you notice that this is the case of 11. Because when it falls out on Sunday, so the villages go all the way back to Thursday, right? So Sunday is the 14th, Shabbos is the 13th, Friday is the 12th, and Thursday is the 11th. So this is the case when we said 11, 12, 13, and 14, and 15. This is the case of 11. Again, Chaliyos achar Shabbos, it falls out on Sunday. Kfarim makdimin liyom haknisa, the villages go back to Thursday, which is day 11. Ayoros gedolos karim b'yom on Sunday, and mekavos chaim l'macher on the 15th on Monday. Rabbi say, if we have an opportunity, it's good to get into the habit. If you're here by Mincha Marav anyway, it's good to get into the habit to take a Mishnayos and to follow. You finish Masechta after Masechta after Masechta. Now also, we still don't have a Kayin for Yom Tov. We still don't have a Kayin for Yom Tov. If anybody knows someone who could daven for us for Yom Tov, I hear that in other shuls, there are a lot of Kohanim. We don't have one Kayin for Yom Tov. So if anybody could figure out, let's work on even on one day of Yom Tov. Anybody could figure out where we could get a Kayin. If there was a way to pay for it, I would pay for it. It's not so simple to pay for it, but we really, the call should go out. The Agudas Yisrael Be'ezev of Fairways needs a Kayin for Yom Tov. I want a special thanks to Baruch Gold. Everything is a detail. If you notice on the seats, there's labels with your names on it. He came down personally and put the labels on. Mamash, he set up the chart. Everything is being handled. We have a kiddush both days on Yom Tov, and all the stuff is already bought. Everything is really being worked with great detail. Gedalia worked very hard on making the schedule. Thank you, Gedalia, and having it and putting it up. Everything he does, you see it before your eyes. It's all work. So thank you to everybody that's working hard. And we got a new mantle for my Sefer Torah. It was dedicated by the Goodman family. If anybody knows Rabbi Goodman from the Woodridge Shul, it was dedicated by his son, and it's a beautiful new mantle as well. So now we have two new mantles, a new keser. Thank you very much, Rabbi Yisai, for supporting the shul and being such wonderful mispalim. Reb Chananya ben Akasha Amaratza Kadosh Baruch Hu L'Zakay Yis Yisrael Lefika Chir B'Lehem Torah Mitzvahs Shenem Adinoi Chofetz L'Man Tzidka Yagdul Torah V'Yadir.